Good morning, it's 10 o'clock in Pleasant Valley, Saturday, December 4th. I have some quilts to show you again. It's been a while, but my arm is much better. The first one I have to show you, it's called Indian Summer Sunflowers Quilt, a Needle Love exclusive kit. The quilt design was by Karen Walker of Laugh Yourself into Stitches. My friend Naida is just so fabulous on putting colors together, and I just absolutely love this quilt. And the pattern is, of course, like I said, by Karen Walker with Laugh Yourself into Stitches. This one is called CONESTOGA Quilts. It's by Terry Thompson. This is a really old pattern, and I was really happy to finally get it done. I just love the golds and the reds and the black. This one is called Chocolate. I think it might have been a block of the month. Just love all the colors and all the different blocks. I did design the sashing. I wanted something just a little bit different to make it larger. I think it turned out really well. And then I did put a nice back on it. Mimics the cornerstones. This is my thing I hung it from because it was in a quilt show at Crown Center years and years ago. A couple of years ago, one of the retreats I was at, one of the ladies, Donna, challenged us all to do this Baltimore blues quilt. You didn't have to do the whole quilt, you just had to even do one block, but I, of course, did the whole quilt. And this Baltimore blues quilt is by Barbara Brackman.
Okay.
And this is the back of this one. The first two I didn't have anything particular on the back, so I didn't show those. This quilt is a quilt designed by Becky Cogan with the help of Renee Naida at Needle Love. It's called Cologne Cotton Hourglass Quilt. If you ever have a chance to order kits from Needle Love, she's very generous with her fabric, and I had enough to make this small pillow to go with the quilt. And this one, I just sewed some of the strips that were left from her kit. Like I told you, she's pretty generous with her kits. This kit is called Pink Lemonade, and it is by Laundry Basket Quilts. And it was back from 2010. I finally got it done. And this pattern, I had it all together and I had it laid out on the floor, and I posted it on Facebook before I quilted it. And one of the ladies commented that I had one of the squares turned wrong. So it's always good to take pictures of your quilt because you can notice flaws. So I took that out, and then at the time I noticed another one. So I was able to fix all the problems I had and got it quilted, and then this is the back. Just a big 9 patch. Okay, this quilt is called Flirty Fabulous Chevron Quilt. It was also designed by Becky Cogan. She's a real good friend of Renee Naniman's and mine also. She does a lot of designing for Renee with Needle Love. And this is really a fun, pretty easy quilt to put together. Flirty, fabulous chevron quilt. And the back is just a whole bunch of pieces sewn together. I think it was just with the fabric, but it makes a cute back. And this is a kit I got from Needle Love. It was designed by Amy Newman. It's called Walkabout Time. And it was also fun to put together, easier than you would think it would be. And here's the fun back. This is a quilt from Needle Love, a kit I got from her. It was designed by Renee Naniman and Amy Newman. It's called Linen Stars, and I really love this quilt, even though there's not a whole lot of difference in the colors, but it's just a very low volume quilt that could go with just about anything. And the back is just some of the strips, again, that was left over from her kit. This is a quilt that I did for a sample quilt for a quilt shop I used to work for called Liberty Quilt Shop. And the name of the pattern is Nana's Big Quilts, Little Quilts and Labels. It's designed by Beth Little with Four Corners Designs. And I just love this quilt. I love the ribbon border and the sawtooth edge. I think this was the very first time I used those fangles. This is a quilt called Rose Dream that I pieced for my very good friend Julie Kiffin when she owned the Liberty Quilt Shop in Liberty, Missouri. It was published in the Kansas City Quilt Makers Portraits and Patterns book by Doug Wargle, and it was one of the Kansas City Star books. And I always called this the quilt from hell. Mainly because working with those wovens on a curve were just not much fun. But I do love this quilt. It just absolutely beautiful. And three or four quilts didn't have a back. This is one of them that didn't have a piece back. But anyway, these are just some kits that I had or things I did for Quilt Shop for samples, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to have another one soon. I'm working on some more quilts, of course. I've got some more scrap quilts, and I decided now to take a break from scraps and work on some kits, so I should have some more quilts real soon. So hopefully you have a great holiday. We shall, and Merry Christmas.